Hello class, my name is and today I'll be presenting the presentation for assessment 3 for ICT 100, which is information management system. This is an individual assessment. So we have two sections. I'll start with the section 1 and then we'll discuss section 2. We have 2 questions in section 1 and then 3 questions in section 3. So we will look at each and every question in detail and we'll try to understand each question. Let's start with the first one. First of all, starting with the section 1. So for section 1, as a principal of public accounting company, Chartered Accountants, I have been approached by Sydney Geelong Limited to advise on the implementation of a new computerized accounting and decision support system. A retailer with 30 stores across New South Wales and which has completely 1,500 sales per store for each day. And so this is section 1, and we will also look at various applications, various software systems that we can use, and also we will look at if those softwares can be used for a store which generates 25 sales per day. So this is section 1. So we have 2 questions in section 1. I'll start with question number 1, which is, so you are required to advise the board on the appropriate software for information decision support systems and financial reporting. So we are supposed to advise softwares that we should use. So for a large retailer like Sydney Geelong Limited, an enterprise resource planning system is essential. ERPs integrate various business processes into a single system, offering comprehensive modules for accounting, inventory management, customer relationship management, DSS. So we have 3 recommended softwares that we can use. First is SAP, second is Oracle NetSuite, and third is Microsoft Dynamics 365. Now we will look at each software in next slides, and we will try to understand why we should use this software. So started with the first SAP. So SAP is renowned for its robustness and scalability, making it suitable for large enterprises. It offers extensive customization to meet specific business requirements and integrate a sophisticated DSS that can analyze vast amounts of data, facilitating real-time decision making. So first is SAP is robust, more customization. So this can use. So the second is Oracle NetSuite. So as a cloud-based ERP, Oracle NetSuite offers flexibility and scalability, which are crucial for growing businesses. Its financial management capabilities are strong and it includes an integrated DSS that provides advanced analytics, analysis, and reporting. So we can use Oracle. And the third is Microsoft Dynamics. So this ERP combines ERP and CRM capabilities, offering advanced analytics and AI-driven insights. A seamless integration with other Microsoft products such as Office 365 and Azure provides a cohesive ecosystem that can enhance productivity and collaboration across Sydney Geelong's various departments. So these are the 3 softwares that we can use. And now moving on to the second question, which is, would you give the same advice to a grocery retailer with a single store making 25 sales per day? If not, then why? So for a small grocery retailers with a single store making 25 sales per day, the needs and resources are significantly different. From a large retailer like Sydney Geelong Limited, a full-scale ERP system would be excessive and economically impractical, like it would be very costly. So instead, simpler and more cost-effective solutions like QuickBooks, Xero, Mayo are recommended, so they can use these. So this was section 1, and now we will look at section number 2. So for section number 2, Standard Business Reporting, SBR, is an Australian government initiative designed to simplify and standardize business reporting to government agencies. This section will explore how SBR works, identify areas which is mandatory, and evaluation its advantages and effectiveness compared to XBRL. So we will compare it with XBRL and we'll look at advantages and mandatory things. So we have 3 questions here. I'll start with the question number 1, which is identify how SBR works in Australia and list 2 main areas of Australian professional accounting practices where the application of SBR is currently mandatory. So first of all, let's work with how SBR works in Australia. So SBR aims to reduce the regulatory reporting burden on businesses by standardizing the data format and enabling direct submission of reports from business software to government portals. Key components of SBR include, so we have a lot of good areas where SBR works, and now we are looking at mandatory areas for SBR in Australia. So SBR is mandatory in several key areas of Australian professional accounting, which includes business activity statements, BAS, business businesses must use SBR-enabled software to report goods and services taxes, pay-as-you-go, pay-G, and other taxes. And the second is superannuation reporting. So employers are required to use SBR for reporting superannuation guarantee contributions and other separate superannuation-related information to the ATO and superannuation funds. So these are the areas where SBR is mandatory in Australia. This was first question. Let's now move to the question number 2, which is explain the main aimed advantages for the preparedness and the users of SBR program in Australia. So first we will talk about the advantages for preparedness. And in the next slides, we will talk about the preparedness for advantages for users. So let's start with the first for preparedness. So reduced compliance costs. So SBR significantly lowers administrative burdens by automating and streamlining the reporting process. This leads to cost savings in terms of time and resources. Increased efficiency. It increases efficiency in a very big way. And the third is data accuracy. So the use of standardized taxonomy minimize errors and discrepancies in reporting. So it is pretty much accurate. So this was for preparedness. Now let's move for users. So for users, the advantages are timely data. So real-time submission capabilities ensure that the government agencies receive up-to-date information promptly. And second is improved decision-making. This helps in decision-making a lot. And third is enhanced compliance monitoring. So this is also can be used in monitoring. So this was question number 2, and now we'll move on to the last question, which is question number 3, which works on critically examine as to whether SBR experience in Australia is successful compared to XBRL reporting to deliver its expectations. So now we will compare SBR with XBRL. So SBR versus XBRL. Extensible Business Reporting Language, which is the full form of XBRL, both aim to standardize and streamline business reporting, but their implementation and effectiveness differ in Australian context. So they are much different. We will look at advantages and we will find the differences now. So first of all, advantages of SBR over XBRL. So government-driven, SBR is a government initiative tailored specifically to meet Australian regulatory requirements. And the second is integration with existing systems. So SBR works with the other systems too, so it is compatible with many systems. And now comparative analysis with XBRL. So while XBRL is widely used globally, SBRL's tailored approach for Australia has proven effective in addressing specific regulatory needs. The government-driven implementation and support have been crucial in its success. However, XBRL's broader applicability and international recognition offers advantages for multinational companies. For Australian business primarily operating domestically, SBR provides a more relevant and self-streamlined solution. So these were our section 1 and section 2. And we looked at the questions. And now to conclude the presentation, we will now look at, first of all, in section 1, Sydney Geelong Limited required a robust ERP system to manage its extensive operational efficiently. Recommended solutions include SAP, Oracle, NetSuite, and Microsoft Dynamics 365, each offering comprehensive functionalities tailored to large retailers. In contrast, a small grocery retailers with a single store making 25 sales per day would benefit from simpler, cheap alternatives like Xero and MYOB QuickBooks. The implementation of these systems must consider factors like training, economy, efficiency, effectiveness, privacy, and cybersecurity. So this was section 1. And for section 2, SBR has been successful in Australia by reducing compliance costs and improving efficiency. Its government-driven approach and integration with existing systems make it preferable for local businesses compared to XBRL. However, ongoing efforts are needed to enhance adoption rates and address the specific needs of smaller businesses. The tailored design and support for Australian regulations make SBR an effective tool for streamlining business reporting and improving regulatory compliance in Australia. This was our slides. We looked at section 1 and section 2, which we have 2 different scenarios. We looked at questions, advantages, and disadvantages. So thanks. This was for me, assessment 3, Yash Kangas, and this is the end of my presentation. Thanks.